Right now it's 6, a push to increase Wisconsin University tuition rates, and new information in a Dane County double homicide. What we now know about the suspect and victims.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken has the night off. A rural program focused on violence prevention is facing an uncertain future. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget explains.
Vernon County is taking a comprehensive approach to prevent domestic violence. But after losing federal funding, they're now working together to find a way to save the program. Vernon County officials say when it comes to domestic violence, oftentimes they see perpetrators reoffend.
Not a lot of people realize it, but domestic violence can easily turn into death of a victim.
Knowing something needed to change, Vernon officials received a federal grant to create a program that would limit the chances of a reoffense happening.
What we're trying to do is stop the chain of violence.
The program provides offenders free clinical assessments and educates them about healthy relationships. And so far, they've seen incredible results.
To date, we haven't had a single person who has been through our program reoffend.
Program leaders thought they would have funding until the end of the year, but in May, their grant was abruptly revoked.
It was a punch to the gut. I cried. I got really mad. And then we got to work to try and figure out what we were going to do.
The group decided to go to the county board, asking if they would help bridge the gap to the end of the year.
You could really feel in the whole room how important it was to them to combat this. And that was really touching.
The board agreed to use county funds to help the program continue. And while they're set until the end of this year, they're trying to figure out what's next.
The offenders program, we're going to work really hard to fit into the county budget going forward. But I feel confident that we are now at a point we all agree we need to make it happen, and we'll find a way to do that.
Sheriff Torgerson did reach out to Representative Derek Van Orden's office about the loss in federal funding. Today, Van Orden's office responded to him, saying they are looking into it. Reporting in Viroqua, Allison Ferget, News 8 Now.
And a News 8 Now follow-up tied to that double homicide in Middleton. Authorities revealing the victims' identities. They are Bureau Safety Director David Paps and his wife Terry. The couple were found dead at their Dane County home. The suspect fled to Vernon County, where he was stopped by police.
We stopped the vehicle at 4:21 p.m. and at 5:21 p.m. is when we determined that the operator of that vehicle had died, and apparently died by suicide.
Right now, police have yet to release the name of the suspect. Developing political news, the field to be Wisconsin's next governor is getting larger. Milwaukee businessman and former Navy SEAL Bill Berrien launched his campaign today. He's the second Republican to announce his candidacy. Berrien wants to boost Wisconsin manufacturing. He also backs President Trump's immigration and tax policies. Right now, Governor Tony Evers still hasn't announced whether or not he'll seek a third term. Wisconsin universities are proposing an increase to tuition costs. Tomorrow, the Board of Regents will consider a 4% hike with an option of an additional 1%. This comes after Wisconsin's biennial budget boosted funding to the universities by roughly $256 million.
We'd have got the full funding request that we asked for, the $855 million. There wasn't going to be a tuition increase. We have to make sure that we can fulfill our mission, and I think the Board of Regents and the President have made that decision, and that's how we'll move forward.
All schools except UW Green Bay plan to adopt the additional 1%. UW La Crosse leaders unveiling their vision for the Prairie Springs Science Center. It comes after getting $194 million in the new state budget. The funding comes after 7 years of delays. Construction starts next spring and wraps up by late 2028.
Yeah, we had actually really nice conditions here, a little bit less humidity with that north wind, so it really felt good conditions with a couple degrees cooler than we had on Tuesday. Now we do have showers and thunderstorms coming back for Thursday and Friday, but the whole entire day is not going to be wet. Most of the day actually, in fact, will be kind of dry, but we will see a little bit more humidity. There's your temperatures for today. A degree or two cooler for most areas, along with that humidity level, as I mentioned, too. Overall, The clouds that we had out there, the cumulus fair level clouds that you get in the afternoon daytime heating is kind of going to start dissipating or disappearing as we go towards sunset. Should be clear and mostly good conditions for most of the night. The activity that we're keeping an eye on for Thursday, maybe Thursday morning, is just been developing in the last couple hours over the Dakotas, and that will slowly spread our way overnight. It's just a matter of how much it will be when it gets here in the morning hour. Otherwise, this evening, no problems to speak of. 70 degrees with calm conditions and clearing skies this evening. Once again, fantastic conditions too for La Crosse. Low humidity, getting a light winds and getting back down to the mid 70s by 9 to 10 p.m. Overall night lows, upper 50s for north to the mid 60s, so pretty typical temperatures. Once again, we'll have a little bit increase in clouds towards the morning hour, but everything should remain dry. It's the activity that we're monitoring here for the next Thursday and Friday that will kind of time out both of those showers and thunderstorms, and then give you a peek of what the weekend holds a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Greg. Well, the hype is huge. West Salem is gearing up for Country Boom. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us live with the latest. How's it going out there?
It's going good, Emily. Crews are prepping for Country Boom, which officially kicks off tomorrow. The 3-day concert is held at Maple Grove venues in West Salem. There will be parking next to the venue and shuttles coming from West Salem and La Crosse. Food and drinks will be available along with a Ferris wheel and spots for people who want to step away from the crowds. Country Boom's president and co-founder says his favorite part is seeing people come together.
Always cool to see the community come together, enjoy some good music, get cold drinks, some good fun. So it's just great to kind of see a lot of the local groups raise a lot of money for themselves.
Shuttles will run from West Salem High School, West Salem Middle School, and the Valley View Mall. The concert is officially supposed to kick off tomorrow at 7. Tickets are still available for purchase. You can find that link on our website. Reporting in West Salem, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. And the Winona County Fair in St. Charles is also going on. Here's a live look at the festivities, people piling in, beautiful weather outside. The fair is a jam-packed 5-day event with petting zoo attractions, a midway, and more. Officials say around 40,000 people attend the fair every year.
My favorite part of the fair is just meeting the people and, seeing the excitement of the 4-H'ers or the exhibitors to get that blue ribbon. And just seeing people out here, they're happy to be here.
The Winona County Fair will run through Sunday. The Northern Wisconsin State Fair in Chippewa Falls is open. Fair organizers expect more than 100,000 people to attend. The fair features agriculture displays, food, and big-name entertainment acts. Those acts include hip-hop artist Flo Rida and rock legends Foreigner.
So we have almost anything that you want. We have probably 55 food trucks here, exhibitors all over the place. We have over 600 exhibitors and over 5,000 exhibits for people to come and showcase. We have everything from pig races to duck races, you name it. We really try to have it at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair.
Duck races, sign me up. The Northern State Fair will also run until Sunday. Coming up, 160 people are still missing in the Texas flooding as New Mexico faces deadly flash flooding of its own. Plus, the White House putting more countries on notice and the Israeli Prime Minister's multi-day swing through Washington when we come back.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Lassen Exteriors. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. Trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. Trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in. Trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
Trade it
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
For 50 years, By Goff and Rohde has been representing people, not insurance companies. Judges respect us. Other lawyers recommend us, and we've earned our awards. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
At least 120 people are now confirmed dead in Texas after flash floods devastated central regions of the state. With about 160 still missing, that number is expected to continue to climb. Search teams combed through the grounds around Camp Mystic, where nearly 30 people died. Through miles of flood damage, bodies are still tangled in debris. Police are asking the public to stay out of their way while they continue their search efforts.
Our first responders are trying to get to places to do their jobs. And people coming here from outside the community and people within the community who want to go sightsee and look at the river and see the flood damage, it's making our job very hard.
Hundreds of volunteers have joined the search for the missing, combing through rubble and debris. Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered flags across the state to be lowered to half staff to honor those who lost their lives. And more deadly flooding over in New Mexico. Authorities in Rio Doso report a man and 2 children drowned, with dozens of homes damaged after heavy rains dropped over 3 inches in 90 minutes. Emergency crews are rescuing people trapped in homes and cars. Mayor Lynn Crawford attributes the floods to the Rio Doso River reaching record levels. President Trump has sent letters to 6 additional countries warning of impending tariff increases. This action comes just ahead of a meeting at the White House with leaders from several African nations. Erica Brown has the latest.
President Trump hosted a lunch with the leaders of West African nations at the White House Wednesday, where he discussed new potential trade opportunities with their countries following steep cuts in U.S. aid to the region.
There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places in many ways. In the long run, this will be far more effective and sustainable and beneficial than anything else that we can be doing together.
Shortly before the meeting, Trump posted on social media letters to 6 additional countries, informing them of new tariffs ranging from 20 to 30% beginning August 1st.
We really haven't had too many complaints because I'm keeping them at a very low number, very conservative, as you would say, number. And we haven't had, I'm sure they will be complaining at certain points, but we haven't had complaints. We've been treated very unfairly by both friend and foe.
President Trump also said he is considering sending Patriot missiles to Ukraine for its fight against Russia. And he expressed optimism that a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas will be reached soon.
There's a very good chance that we'll have a settlement, an agreement of some kind this week, and maybe next week if not.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth at the Pentagon Wednesday, where they discussed the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear sites.
It was an honor to be a part of it. Appreciate your partnership.
I think everybody in the Middle East took note of American resolve and of the strength of our alliance.
Later, Netanyahu met with a bipartisan group of lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we have more showers and thunderstorms, typical July storms that we're going to get for Thursday and even Friday. We'll time them out, show you what the temperatures look like, and more importantly, what the upcoming weekend also holds. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We're here at U.S. Cellular for Us Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together. Swag.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
Dutch Boy. It's only paint.
It's only paint that goes on easy with a super smooth finish. It's only paint that battles even the toughest challenges, like keeping that neon orange under wraps. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who started that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only durable, dependable, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy Paint.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardians may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardians. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardians is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
High five. Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Yeah, overall, the next 7-8 days really is what you would expect this time of July, with temperatures coming up and down. We have systems coming through, and then you have shower and thunderstorm chances. But it usually doesn't mean an all-day type rain or all-night type rain, but we have that opportunity. And coming up, we do have that opportunity for more showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow looks like a little bit of AM showers, and that's probably west of the Mississippi and I-90 and further south. It's the best opportunity for that. Just light showers. Then we have an opportunity for afternoon storms going into probably the evening hour. Once again, that's further south. I'll kind of time that out. Friday, it looked like much worse early in the week. Now it's looking like it'll have a lot of dry breaks, and probably the best opportunity for thunderstorms comes late towards sunset or even Friday evening. That looks definitely stormy that night, going into the night. We do dry out for Saturday eventually, and Sunday too looks actually good. So the weekend overall is shaping up pretty well, minus a few showers you might see on Saturday. Overall temperatures, we're looking at upper 70s to low 80s. You see this cooler temperatures down here, and that's because we have more cloud cover and that thunderstorm complex that's going to invite some showers mainly in the morning and could extend further towards noon towards southwest Wisconsin. That's why you kind of see the flip on the temperatures a little bit there. Less clouds as you go further north, less opportunity to see those morning showers. They'll have a little bit more sun, so they'll probably get more into the 80s too. Now Friday, everyone sees clouds, but there is an opportunity, I think, for more peaks of the sun late morning through the early afternoon hour, so we'll get back up into the low 80s. The wind will come out of the south-southeast. We'll have a little bit more humidity. It might be humid that day. Nothing oppressive, but you'll probably feel it compared to what we have today. And then going Saturday, you'll feel the humidity drop quite a bit. We do have a little bit of shower activity, still plenty of sunshine too, but look at that wind out of the north, cooling us down, upper 70s to low 80s, and then Sundays back to really seasonable conditions and plenty of sunshine. There's that complex that's going to eventually make its way here. It's falling apart, but I think that'll provide an opportunity for some light showers or maybe some light drizzle, light rain as we go towards about 7, 8 a.m. Most of the area further north as you go, probably not just going to see some cloud cover during the morning commute. Further south, I think you see that opportunity, and including you see through southwest Wisconsin, that opportunity may extend to about the noon hour. And this thing that's rotating through there is going to provide a little bit of an opportunity with some sun in the afternoon, daytime heating to generate a few more storms, mainly up to about I-90, with another little disturbance up to the north, maybe towards Rusk County. Could see some activity towards 5 to 6. By the time we get to 7, 8, we're kind of clearing that out. That's a complex pushes east. It should be fairly dry going into the time frame. Now, as we look at Friday, that gets a little more interesting. I think most of it will be dry until we get to the evening hour. Then we're going to see a complex come through here. Now, still a lot of uncertainty on timing, but I think it will be some point After sunset to about midnight, you're going to see showers and thunderstorms come through, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for Friday evening activities. The severe threat tomorrow, low, but there's that opportunity there for some stronger winds and flooding. In this type of environment, you can have some heavy rainfall potentially. Friday, there's a better opportunity with that front coming through and better opportunity further southwest you go. So we'll keep an eye on that too. Overall precipitation amounts, we're expected to get maybe another inch and a half. So we could, once again, we typically see about an inch per week on July on average. There's your fantastic weather really late Saturday through Sunday, even into Monday. We start warming back up and we kind of repeat that cycle again. But there is some signs for much cooler air towards the end of next week and that weekend. We could be more into the 70s, low to mid 70s for some areas as we go towards next weekend. So maybe even refreshing air coming a little bit later.
I know that makes you happy.
Oh yeah, very much
love that.
happy.
Looks lovely.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Gophers and PJ Fleck agree on an extension. Plus, the Brewers and Dodgers series finale goes to extras. But who would emerge victorious? Jacob has the answer.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Do you want to hear something really cool? This is the Amana S Series. Cool and efficient on the inside, quiet on the outside. Enjoy your outdoor space. Contact Flox Heating and Air Conditioning today.
He promised to bring down our costs. But Congressman Derek Van Orden just voted to make our electric rates skyrocket. His plan removes clean energy from the electric grid, creating an energy shortage. So now the power companies are saying, quote, "We're going to force electricity prices to the moon." How does Van Orden expect us to afford that? So the next time you open your electricity bill and see a bigger number, remember that Congressman Van Orden's plan made our rates go up.
Starting now, celebrate quality and comfort with the Made in America sale at Wesco Home. Shop trusted American brands like Smith Brothers, La-Z-Boy, England, Best, Door County, and Superior Furniture, all at unbeatable prices. Right now, save on all in-stock pieces made with quality you can feel. Don't see the perfect item in stock? Save up to 30% on custom orders. Built to last, made to order, crafted with pride in the USA. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Do you want to hear something really cool? This is the Amana S Series. Cool and efficient on the inside, quiet on the outside. Enjoy your outdoor space. Contact Flox Heating and Air Conditioning today.
All the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the Brewers and Dodgers have been facing one another since 1998, but there was a chance for some history today at AmFam Field. Milwaukee going for their first home sweep of LA in franchise history. Brewers finding themselves down 1 in the 5th until a manufacturer run. Jake Bauers steals third, then the ball squirts into left field, and Bauers comes in to tie up the game. Then in the 7th, with the bases loaded, 1 out, Mookie Betts gives one a ride to left. Not deep enough to leave the yard, but it is deep enough to give LA the lead once again. The Crew then down to their last 2 outs, but it's Andrew Vaughn again with a pinch hit knock to score Isaac Collins, his 5th RBI in 6 at-bats with the club. So we go to extras. Top of the 10th, straight gas from newly named All-Star Trevor McGill as he strikes out the side. So the Brewers just need 1 run to win, and Jackson Chourio delivers. That grounder is through the infield for Chourio's first career walk-off hit, and the Brewers take all 3 against the NL leading Dodgers.
I mean, I think that I don't know since when, but I think maybe the games in Cleveland. I think if you check the kind of way we're playing since then, I think it's pretty good.
And pretty good indeed. Meanwhile, the Cubs and Twins will begin Game 2 of their 3-game set in about 15 minutes. Last night, Minnesota was clinging to a 2-run lead before exploding for 6 runs in the 8th inning thanks to 3 home runs in the frame. Minnesota is tied with Kansas City for second in the AL Central, both 14 games back of Detroit. Tonight's pitching matchup is Cade Horton versus David Festa. And in the world of college football, Minnesota and PJ Fleck have officially agreed to a new contract that keeps him with the program through the 2030 season. It was a successful last season for Fleck and the Gophers as the team went 8-5 overall, but they win over Virginia Tech in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. They won their rivalry game at Wisconsin and posted wins against number 11 USC and at number 24 Illinois. Fleck joined the program back in 2017. But how about those Brewers, right?
Don't mind me, Jacob. Just sweeping up shop like the Brewers here.
Yeah, exactly. A great game. We saw the finish. You were excited as well.
I mean,
it was an exciting series, and hopefully they can keep this momentum going into the All-Star break because that's next week, so they're going to have to try to keep that going.
And who are they playing?
They've got the Nationals next.
The Nationals next. Yeah, but they beat the Dodgers, #1 team ranked in the National League.
Yep,
That's good stuff. All right. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new Dual Media Water Softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
We're really excited about our new hearing aids that came out. They're called Vitality. They have artificial intelligence, and people have really been hearing better in background noise with them. They're also a lot more clear.
And you can also control it with your phone. So if you want to get more technical, you can make your own adjustments on your phone.
Just set and forget, they will adapt on their own, or you do have the ability to customize it more for your personal preferences and environments as well.
So stop by the Better Hearing Center and find out more about the new Vitality.
Maxwell White Water Conditioning is the Coulee region's trusted leader in water conditioning. From hardness to chlorine to iron, we eliminate it all for cleaner and healthier water. When you need the best, call the experts. Call Maxwell White.
Okay, we got some showers in the morning for some areas, mainly south of I-90, and you can see more clouds that'll give the temperatures more upper 70s. A little better further north. We still could see some evening thunderstorms, and then there's an opportunity for Friday too. But the weekend overall, especially Sunday, looks good.
It looks very good. Well, thanks for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you right back here at 10.